is day 68 today, and we are back on trail. There's not going to be a lot of videos for the last week or so, so I'll just do a mashup. You'll have already seen it by now of those quickly running through it, but I'll be there. All right. But we did the Aqua Blaze, 3 days in the canoe, and then took an extra 0 back in Waynesboro at Stanimals. Both of their hostels were great, would recommend. And then after that we went to Trail Days, got there Thursday, hung out Friday and Saturday, and now it's Sunday morning, afternoon, and we're back. I'm not going far today, so kind of filling you in on that. And yeah, we're gonna pick up the last 20 miles of the Shenandoahs and hope to be in Harper's Ferry on the 5th day from now. Let's see. And I gotta give a big shout out to my mom and my brother. They drove all the way up to Waynesboro to pick us up, take us back down to Trail Days. And they also dropped us back off up here in Luray, where the Aqua Blazing finished. And yeah, they hung out for the weekend there, Trail Days, and I think we all had a pretty good time. Yeah, thanks again, and love you both. And yeah, continuing walking. And here we are at camp. Did our long 1.3 miles today. And as you can see, since we got rained on at Trail Days for 2 of the days, we're just drying out a little bit today. And then we'll worry about the 79.5 miles to Harper's Ferry tomorrow. We'll deal with that. So yeah, it was a great, fun weekend. A lot going on. Glad that we saw Trail Days, but it'll be more fun to do it in future years while not hiking and only have to worry about the festival. But we survived. We're here and getting ready to get back into things. We have a visitor at camp. She's just gonna walk right over to the shelter. I mean, the thing doesn't care. Pretty cool. All right. Good morning from day 69. Today we're actually back on the trail. Yesterday we only did 1.3 to get to whatever that shelter was. Met quite a few cool people there. There was Cutie and Cold Cut, Pacer, and the infamous 111. Dude's an animal. He was first person out in January, first day, first month, 111. Real cool dude. He's, I think, jokingly, new goal is to be the last one off the trail for the year. And I told him they make special whatever permits for Katahdin in the winter, so it could be doable. But anyway, here's a trail. A little greasy on the camera, it looks like. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I said in yesterday's video, which was also short, that I hadn't been doing many videos since the canoe trip on the 0 days, because really it was just hanging out at trail days with everybody. I got a few clips, and that should be posted by the time this video goes up, but I'm going to be back at getting some length to these videos, so none of you have to worry about that. Anyway, day 69, Lone Star is behind me. We're kind of just walking our own today with meetup points along the way. And yeah, see how we do today. When she does get to the shelter, that'll be her longest day at 24. She's done a 20 in there before, but we just had a week off on the canoe trip, so we'll see what we get. This is Beams Gap Overlook, but I'm not going over there. I'm gonna continue on. There's a wayside at the end of the Shenandoahs here. Well, I guess not the end. The end is where we're going, but 7 miles from the shelter we were at last night has a wayside, and we'll probably be there before 11, before the grill opens, but they will have sandwiches and snacks, light resupply stuff, beer, you know. So that's kind of our lunch plan for today, first meeting point, and you know, that kind of thing will extend the items in the food bag a little bit longer, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Seems to be a little burn area from the past. Well, like a lot of people have said that had done the beginning majority of the park, unlike us, because we aqua blazed and cut out 80 miles or so, you can't see anywhere on this trail. It's just all locked in with trees, which is good in its own way, but views seem to be minimal. But that'll change at some point. I wonder if I run as fast as I can if it'd register. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But this Elk Wallow Wayside and Store is right over here. So I'm going to check it out. Okay, we had lunch at that Elk Wallow Wayside. I waited for Lone Star and we charged up a few things. Had a buffalo chicken wrap out of the fridge. It was okay. A couple other snacks, which was good. And now we're back on the trail. We've got another braking spot about 8.1 from back there. Been walking for a few minutes. So that'll be our early afternoon break spot before our final push of the day. But so far so good. Hello. Uh-oh. Back into the woods. I'm scared of cars now. Just kidding, but here we go. Not sure if this is a marked lookout or anything, but there's a trail to it. And it's right here. Not great, but not bad. All right. All right. That's an actual view in the Shenandoahs, I suppose. Now, again, I haven't seen the first 80 miles or whatever it is, but from what I've heard and what I'm seeing today, it's just trees and leaves and not much of a distance view, but we're still out here enjoying it. So this is kind of looking out from where at the road down there would be the Hogback Lookout. Oh, I guess there's a trail right here for it. Oh, that's better. Pretty good. This here is Hogback Mountain, and the other side was where that one view of this was, and then here it is again from over here. But the next spot, at least for stopping, I've already forgotten the mountain's name, but it's just 4 or 5 miles ahead at this point, I think. Alright, so a bit ago I ran into a couple that was out hiking with their baby, and they thru hiked in 2019, and they were out doing a little section here in the Shenandoahs to see how it would be with baby, and they gave me a Rice Krispie treat, so that was awesome. And then just a minute ago I came across a quite older couple who were out maintaining the trail today, and they've been out here weed whipping. Quite the change from what I was walking through this morning and right here, so this is nice. I thanked them, talked to them for a few minutes and all that, and pushing on. Behind me here is South Mount Marshall, and ahead of me here in 1 mile will be the summit of North Mount Marshall, where we'll be stopping for lunch and waiting for Lone Star back there to catch on up, and then take care of the final leg of the day and go to the shelter at the end of the park on the north side. So, almost ready for second lunch. Almost looks like a car had been on fire there at some point. But almost to the lunch spot. Crossing this road, and it's like 3/4 of a mile left for another break. climbing. Get over here. Oh wow. Now that's a lookout. Real nice. I believe I remember the names of the two that gave me that Rice Krispie treat that hiked back in 2019. I hope I mentioned that in an earlier part of this video, but I believe it was, the guy was Moss and his wife was Star Cake. I don't know Little Debbie cakes that well, so Star something. I'll do some Googling to make sure, or somebody in the comments, whatever. But yeah, that just popped in my head. Saw a piece of moss on the ground. I was like, oh, that's what it was. Anyway, here's the trail. Wide here, almost like a road, but it's not. Okay, made it to the Tom Floyd shelter. Down here, we're gonna go find some tent sites and set up here for the day, and that'll have been 23.9 on the day. So let's get in there.